Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Emma, and I host this podcast when I can. I really just always drop the ball because life happens, and I guess it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse. But I have a lot of jobs. Whoa. Did y'all hear that? Number one, I have a lot of jobs, and number two, because of all those jobs, I wear a lot of different hats, and some hats suck my energy more than others, if that makes sense. And then when it comes to like taking care of myself, that sometimes falls by the wayside. And then I don't really want to podcast when I'm not feeling my best self. But as I was saying in the last episode, like that shouldn't be like, and I was sad, like that whole episode, I was just like being sad, right? It just shouldn't stop me from making a podcast. I think the way that is going to be easier in my mind to commit to doing a weekly podcast is just to be like, okay, Emma, you only have to record for 20 minutes. Make it to 20 minutes, see if you have the energy to go on or want to talk about something further, but just give yourself 20 minutes. And if the podcast is short, the podcast is short, and that's totally fine, because me and this small group of people that listen to every podcast, which thank you so fucking much for listening, me and this small group of people, we're gonna get through this. Guest episodes will obviously be longer, like close to an hour long, but solo episodes, I think I'm just gonna have to do shorter episodes to be able to have like the strength to do it, which sounds so silly because I don't know if this is relatable, but like if I feel like really overwhelmed by everything in my life, like the last thing I want to do is like talk to myself and post it on the internet. I also am just doing so many different things. Like I do not have a routine. Like every week my routine, my schedule, where I am for work, what I'm doing for work, it's different. So it's really hard to like keep things keep a schedule or something. And in this podcast, it needs a schedule. It needs me to be better, and that is my little rant about that. But hi guys, how are you doing? We're on FaceTime right now. We are having a heart-to-heart right now. This is NMJC, Nothing Much Just Chillin'. I'm so glad that you decided to chill with me for the next 20, 30 minutes or whatever. My very, very, very amazing friend Lexi listens to this podcast, and we were on the phone the other day because we were sorting out details because she is visiting me. She's in LA right now, but she's staying with me for 3 days next week. But she was talking about how she loved my last podcast and like found it really relatable because she's been feeling the same. Our birthdays are actually 1 day apart, but also she said, it feels like I'm on FaceTime with you when I listen to your podcast. And I'm like, that is what it's supposed to be. I'm literally on the photo booth camera on my computer. I have so many cameras, but I can't be bothered to like set one up. Like this is very low effort right now, but it is high effort in my heart. That sounded so corny, but whatever. Okay, what have we missed in the past month? I don't even know. End of February, couldn't tell you one thing that I did or what happened if of any significance, but I did have my birthday. March 5th, I turned 29 years old. That's insane. Like this is the last year of my 20s, and I think before my birthday I was feeling some sort of way like, oh, like I haven't done this, like blah, blah, blah. But I think I've found peace since then, being like, okay, I think I just need to breathe. Like I think everything's gonna be okay and everything's gonna work out for me, and everything that's meant to be for me will be. I really believe that. And to speak to what I was talking about in the last episode, I was thinking like closer to my birthday and still after my birthday, like I am like living an amazing life. I have so many things to be grateful for. So I really had myself a little like, Emma, you're doing completely fine. moment and everything's gonna be okay and things are working out for me and blah blah blah, all that affirmation shit. Because I really needed it. I really needed to get out of my like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I'm like, I know kind of what I'm doing with my life. Okay, so my birthday happened. That weekend was really nice. On Friday of my birthday weekend, my friend Margaret came over. She went to Elon with me. We had the same job. We were like team leaders at our job together at Elon in event technology support. And then we lived together when we first moved to LA. And yeah, she's just like one of my really good friends. Like I fucking love her energy, and I just love being around her because it feels familiar, obviously, because we've been like friends for so long, but it also feels just like really comforting because she's someone that like really understands me and knows me, and I don't know, I just like always feel more comfortable around people like that. I'm sure that's a shared experience. You just like feel good being around people that you can just like be yourself around, because you never have to like over explain or like think that you said something wrong in front of them. They just like know what you mean because they know your intentions and they know your heart, and they just know what kind of person you are. And like that's the best when you have friends like that who you do feel like really fucking comfortable around. But yeah, we went to Margot's, took Margaret to Margot's, our favorite restaurant, our favorite vegan restaurant. And right now, favorite is a loose term because I would just say like favorite in our area, but it is really fucking good. While we were on our way to Margot's, we prepped Margaret and we were like, just so you know, this place has really good pizza, really good food, but terrible service. Absolutely disgraceful service in LA is just like so bad. It's really, really bad. In Julio's words, good service is a dying art. It really fucking is. Yeah, so we had horrible service, but we had great pizza and great conversation, and yeah, it was just really nice to see her. So that was a good start to the birthday weekend. Oh my god, also she brought over a bunch of treats from Erin McKenna's. Erin McKenna's is an all vegan, all gluten-free bakery in LA, and yeah, she brought over a bunch of treats for us, which was really fucking nice. So thank you, Margaret. And then Saturday, Julio and I just had like the chillest fucking day ever. Our lineup for what we watched that day was actually crazy because we got tickets to see Cocaine Bear kind of later in the evening. So we're like, oh, let's watch. We have been watching Gilmore Girls, rewatching it, and we were on the last episode. I'm like, oh, let's watch the last episode before we go see Cocaine Bear. And yeah, I totally forgot that like I was gonna cry. That last episode of Gilmore Girls, oh my god, I was bawling. I love that show. But anyways, in tears. And then we go to the movie theater, watch Cocaine Bear, which is just like a great fucking movie, but like, oh my god, it's really a must see. It's really an experience. Like, you should definitely go see it. Julio and I have Movie Pass, so we can see, you know, all the movies for the price of one, which is really nice. And then we came home and cleansed our palate with Love Island, which I'm going to record like a mini podcast about like my thoughts on the whole Love Island season 9, and it's going to go out the day after the final airs for those Hulu watchers, so that I can talk about it and you can watch it without having anything spoiled. So look out for that. And then the next day was my birthday. Woke up in a great fucking mood. Honestly, I was like, you know what? Today's gonna be a great day. And it really was. I talked to my sister, I talked to my mom on the phone, and then my friends Esme and Risley came over, and we went to brunch at Margot's, which was really great. And then we took a little walk, went to the bookstore, super wholesome, and then we just like chilled. Julio got me a chocolate cake. It was really yummy, and yeah, and that was pretty much my birthday. And then last weekend, March 12th, so my birthday was Sunday, March 5th, and then the next Sunday, March 12th, was Julio and I's 7-year anniversary. Yes, 7 years. Does it feel like it's been longer? It feels like it's been longer to me, but I don't know. Maybe just, I feel like those first 4 years felt like really long, and like the last 3 years, maybe because of COVID, have just like kind of flown by. But yeah, we've been together 7 years. And we had this whole like date night planned in West Hollywood. We were going to go thrift shopping there, and then go eat at Pura Vida, and then go to a jazz club. And it was gonna be super cute and romantic, and it was ruined because no, it wasn't ruined. We saved it a little bit, but it just wasn't our like initial plan. It wasn't plan A, but basically we had a plumbing issue with our apartment. Yeah, of course. It's not even been 2 months since we fixed all the other problems in moving into this apartment. So it was really like annoying to have to like reach out to our apartment management so soon after we had all those issues. Like, really, another issue? So we had to wait for the repair guy to come. He came, and actually before he came, like the problem kind of like fixed itself. I don't know what the fuck was wrong, but long story short, everything's like fine now. Hopefully nothing like that happens again, but whatever. It's an old apartment, so like anything bad could happen at any point. But the window that the plumber was supposed to come was between like 4 and 7, and we were gonna leave like at 4 to go to West Hollywood, and then our like reservation was at 6, so we canceled the reservation, and then we just waited. We literally just like watched Love Island, I think, and which was what we were gonna do after we came home from the jazz night. We were gonna cap the night off with Love Island, of course. I think it was the family episode, and I cried, and I had just put on makeup, so that was really stupid. But so it wasn't until like 7 that the guy came. That was so fucking frustrating that like he didn't come until like after the window. Like, we could have like walked to get something to eat. We were starving at that point. I forgot to say that. We were starving because we were trying to save up our appetite to go to Pura Vida. We were just like, oh, maybe we shouldn't go to Pura Vida. Maybe we should just like walk to Margot's or walk to somewhere around here. But then I was like, no. You know when you have in your mind that you like want to eat something and you won't be able to like get it out of your mind until you fucking eat it? Like, that you have to eat it, or else you'll just be in like a horrible mood. That might be my Taurus rising. I just love food so much. So I schedule a new reservation for Pura Vida at 7:45. We make it there just in time and had the best meal ever. If you haven't gone to Pura Vida or know about Pura Vida, I'm about to put you on. And if you don't live in LA, I'm so fucking sorry. But Pura Vida is this all vegan Italian place. It has such good stuff there. Like, there's this baked ricotta, and it comes with ciabatta bread that is just so good. I'm doing this. I feel like it has many meanings when you do this, but like, it's like chef's kiss kind of hand motion going on. And then they have these like baked potato appetizer things. It's so fucking good. Words cannot explain how good this fucking place is. And we got like the spaghetti with meatballs, which sounds so childish, but it's really fucking good, the way that they do it. And then the cacio e pepe, and no, I did not say that right. Cacio e pepe, something like that. Amazing. And it's all vegan. Oh my god. And the cake, they have chocolate cake, and we had it with the chocolate gelato, and it was the most amazing meal of my entire life. So I think it was worth it to reschedule the reservation. And Julio and I, we only go there like at really, really special occasions, because I mean, it's not everywhere in LA is expensive, but like when we go there, we like to get a lot of things because we don't go there that often, / we just love a lot of things there. So we'll have like 3 courses, like 2 appetizers, 2 entrees, and a dessert. Sometimes 2 desserts if we're really feeling it. But yeah, we were so full after that, but it was so fucking worth it. Oh my god. And then this past week, it was the last week that I had my temp job at the furniture showroom place. It honestly was my favorite temp job that I've ever had, and I hope I hope I get more podcast editing jobs first and foremost, but I hope whatever next temp job I get is just as good, because it's gonna be really hard to top that. Also, I'm glad to have like a little bit of a break after this temp job. Like, it ended on Wednesday, so yesterday was Thursday, And I did the work that I had to do for my other jobs, but I did that in the morning, where as I would have been at the temp job during that time, and then afterwards I just had time to myself. And then today I had a lot of time to myself. Of course, I was like chilling with Julio. He works from home on Friday, but yeah, I got to like do things like fucking pluck every hair out of my body, you know. I feel like I always say that on the podcast, and like so many people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that is a topic for a different day. But when I'm like really busy / am like being more social, I'm an introvert. I'm very much an introvert. Like, I like being alone and I crave alone time. And recently I've been like really, really feeling called to spend like a lot of time alone, because I have a lot of shit that I gotta work out, like up here, and like my like physical and emotional. Like, I just haven't been feeling good in my head or in my body for a while now. And I've been just feeling like I need like a lot of alone time to be able to get myself back to a place where I'm feeling like myself. And so I've been trying to like journal more, meditate, like walk, work out, you know, drink water, like eat healthier, like stuff like that. The things that everyone always says, but no one actually, everyone always wants a shortcut, you know, but it's like, oh, it actually just takes like consistency and like taking care of yourself. And yeah, I'm glad that I have some like alone time now to do that before Lexi visits me next week. But that will be so fun. Like, I'm so fucking excited to have her here. But after that, really, really taking more time for myself / like just not scheduling like that many social things right now, because I just have this like intense feeling that I should be spending like a lot of time alone right now to like work on myself. I don't know if this is like weird to say. Like, I don't know if like other people like feel this in their body like when it's happening, but like I feel myself, I feel like my intuition telling me that like I'm close to like reaching like a next level in my life, and that I need to really, really like focus on myself during this time, so that I'm prepared and ready for whatever the next step is, whatever the next level is, whatever the next challenges are, whatever the next like fucking blessings are. Like, I want to be so ready for them and not be like so burnt out by doing just like a million different things and like not taking care of myself. So I'm trying to like really prioritize that. And I really started like last week being like, okay, I really need to like get myself together, because last week Julio came home early. Not early, I mean, like, he can leave work whenever he's done with work, but he goes to work 3 times a week, and it was on a day. Wednesdays and Thursdays are like my busiest days, podcast editing wise, and he came home early one of those days, and I just like, I hadn't done anything for myself, and I was saying like, oh, once I finish this, like I'm gonna work out, like I'm gonna meditate, like I'm gonna journal, whatever, I'm gonna take a shower you know, before he comes home. And he came home early, and I just kind of like freaked out on him just because I was like, I just want to be alone. Like, can you go? Like, why are you never at work? Like, why can you just go? Like, leave me alone. Like, I just want to finish editing in peace and then do these other things in peace. And like, and not like Julio is a huge hindrance when he is home to me taking care of myself or me taking care of my work. Like, he's totally fine if I'm like, oh, I have to do that. Like, we can communicate like when we need to take time to do our individual things. Like, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment, like we don't have like a ton of space, so it's so needed to be like, okay, I need to be alone to finish this, I need to be alone to fucking shave my face, you know, like I'd like to be alone for that. But yeah, and then afterwards, after I like finished the things that I had to do, I was like, I'm so sorry that I fucking freaked out on you for the littlest reason of you coming home to your home. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't ever want you to feel like you can't come home, because it's gonna stress me out. Like, I hadn't, like, I needed alone time. I needed taking care of myself time, and that's what I really need to devote more time to. And yeah, I felt really bad. But this past week, he was like texting me like, hey, like, I finished my stuff. Like, there's nothing to do in the office. Like, is it okay if I come home? When it's like 3:30 or 3, I'm like, yes, it's fine. Like, I'm so just like laughing at him being so like courteous. I'm so sorry that I freaked out on you. I need a fucking chill pill. I need to chill. So yeah, that's it for me for this episode. I realized I didn't have a question at the end of last episode, and my question for this episode is just like, how the fuck are you guys doing? Like, really, I want to know, because some of you check in on me and send me really nice messages after you listen, and it's so nice. And my mom, she calls me, and she called me after she listened to the last podcast episode, and she just made me feel so much better, because she is older and wiser and knows that life is full of ups and downs, like we all do. But when we're in the thick of it, it's kind of like, when is there gonna be an up, you know? I want the ride that goes up. I want the ticket to the one that goes to the top. I'm sick of going down. Like, my stomach hurts. My stomach is dropping at an alarming rate. It was a good check-in with her that, like, yeah, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's fine. I'm fine. So let me know how you guys are. DM me on NMJC, on Threema. Fucking text me, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. And I hope you guys have an amazing week and a lovely day. And for my Love Island watchers, look out for that Love Island episode coming out soon. And yeah, love you. Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.